Want to talk about another level of visual processing that gets overlooked a lot, and that's the motor control and motor movements of our eyes. So each eye has 6 muscles around the eye that pull the eye in different directions, and they work in coordination with each other. So on one side you might have 2 muscles or 3 muscles working together to produce a specific movement, and you have a similar thing going on in your other eye, or you're supposed to. I see a lot of people who have not developed proper eye movements that they should be able to do. And I attribute that, number one, to not enough time outside as kids. So this is one of my theories about why we're seeing a rise in mental dysfunction more and more. Every single year we see more. I see more. The other clinicians and practitioners see more. Therapists are seeing more. And there's other factors, but this is one to me because it starts when our kids are just babies. Okay? Babies learn how to see, and their visual processing develops when they are exposed to movement in their environment. All right? So, to make it really simple, if you're in your house all day, or if your kid's in your house all day, and they don't see more than a couple rooms a day, and they play with the same toys that don't move unless they move them, they're not developing visual processing, guys. Our eyes are meant to move in all directions and to have incredible depth perception. Okay, and to be able to switch from focusing on something that's right in front of you to focusing on something that, if you can look in the background, there's mountains. I can see some decent detail in those mountains that are several miles away. But I don't get that kind of exposure if I'm stuck inside. Okay? So get your kids outside and start when they are tiny. Outside's not gonna hurt them. Fresh air's not gonna hurt them. The sunlight's not gonna hurt them. The trees, the plants, they're not gonna hurt them. Animals aren't gonna hurt them. And just get your kids outside, okay? And be with them. If you've got babies, take your babies outside. Grab your baby and go on a walk. Put them on a little packer on your back or on your front and go walk around. And naturally, their eyes are gonna start to learn to develop and see things that are close and that are far, and their eyes are gonna have to move around to catch different things, different colors that are catching their eye, and their eye will learn how to move, okay? If you don't, then plan on having some reading dysfunction, okay? Plan on having dyslexia if you don't. It's really hot where I live, and unless you go outside in the morning, it sucks being outside in the middle of the day, and it's really bright. But as much as I can, I try to get my kids outside every day, and I don't ever tell them to go inside. If anything, I'm telling them to go outside, because right now my kids are little. They need to develop visual processing. They need to develop depth perception. They need to get familiar and let's see, what's the word they use in the dog training world? They need to socialize with their environment. So it's not a novelty when suddenly they're put in that environment. Okay? I want my kids' eyes to work so good that by the time they are wanting to read, there's no question as to whether their eyes are going to work and do what they need to do. There's no question as to whether their eyes are going to be able to track the words on the line, because their eyes are so well exercised and developed that they can't not. Okay? So get your kids outside this summer, go do some fun stuff, and with your little ones, get them out there. Put them on a packer, put them in a stroller. Strollers aren't my favorite, but they work. Get them outside and help them see the world and get that visual development going. Okay? Post questions in the comments. See you guys later.